items in the mail, plus some things that are going on here. Morning YouTube, here on a Monday morning. Pretty sure it's, no, Tuesday? Is this Monday or Tuesday? I have to think about this a minute. Yeah, this is Tuesday. I really wasn't sure. Had a very busy time here of things. So I'm going to try to make this quick. I'm going to apologize to people that normally watch. If I didn't make a comment, I probably watched your video and left a like or something. And may have not even watched your video. I don't know. It has just been one bad time here for me right now. You guys know about my daughter, and they have gone. I think they've already left to head for Chicago. I do have Kylie. I don't have my car. More on that at some other time. No time for that right now. What I'm going to do is real quick, like, show you what came in the mail, show you a real quick view of the Hallicrafters, and I'm going to tell you right now, I am going to put the Hallicrafters up on the shelf. It will not be addressed for a while. I want to get some of this other junk done first. I want to get that Heathkit audio signal frequency generator done. Get that done. I want to get Gary's radio done. I want to get some other things, this transmitter maybe built and stuff and tested. So that's what I'm going to do. But right now, like I said, I'm going to switch to the other camera, show you what I got in the mail, and a little peek at the Hallicrafters, and then, like I said, I'm going to set it on the shelf. So let's get into it. Alright, I went back once more with you again. I have the these are the audio jacks that I ordered with the clear top. You can see the little spring in there, and it's kind of neat looking little thing. I think I've got something on my finger. Piece of tape, looks like. Anyway, that's them. I got 5 of those, and I think I got 10 of the other ones for about the same price as I got those. As you can see, these other ones, they're pretty much comparable. There's the ones with the springs showing are a little bit bigger, so maybe these do not have a spring in them. I don't know, but they're similar in design anyway. So those will be probably used on that transmitter. The other item I got was the order from JPM Supply in Texas. That's this here. There are the 3 toroid ferrite coil forms that I ordered, and one of those will be going to Bob. He has requested one, and I'm going to send him one. And this is a switch. I thought was a smaller switch, but it will still work for a purpose I have in mind. So that's that. And then this last thing here is the RF, or not the RF, but the 1 millihenry, I think it is millihenry choke that I bought for this AM transmitter project. And like I said, I had the inductors, and I had that value, but I thought, well, this kind of looked neat, and it was, you know, up and down. I just thought it'd be kind of neat to have that. This board here, larger PC board than I usually get. Not sure how big that is, probably 5 inches, 5 something inches, I think, or maybe close to 6. But this was a project that you guys probably don't even remember it, but Bob and I were going to make a amplifier basically from scratch, and the project called for a board this size, and I had not found one up until this time that I could use for it. And I thought, well, while I can get it, the getting is good, I thought I'd go ahead and get it, and I did have it shipped as well. And so, like I said, that's what it's for. It's a Radio Shack amp, I think, is what it is. I don't know. Again, it's just one that we're putting together from parts, and there's a schematic we have and stuff like that. So I don't know when this will ever come about, but I do have the board now in case I do want to start on it. I can. So That's good. Now this is not a solder. I don't believe this is a solder board. It might be. Yeah, it is on this side. Okay, that's good. But anyway, that's what that's for. And so that completes my order from JPM. Just to tell you a little bit about it, I was pleased with it. It's fast shipping. The prices were reasonable. Shipping was good. So if ever you guys want to try it, that's where it's located there, or the name of it, JPM Supply. And they specialize in stuff for hobbyists. So let's see if they've got their address on here. Yep, there it is. So there's their address. And again, like I say, here's a total for that. You can see the shipping was $3.95. The parts were $7.74. And grand total was $11.69. So that wasn't bad. Like I said, they have quite a bit of a supply or stuff to choose from. So, you know, you can go on the website. I think it's jpmsupply.com or something like that. But anyway, that's what I got right there. So that's going to do that. Let me get the radio up here, show you that next, and then we're going to call it quits. Stay tuned. Alright, there's the image of the radio, or not the image, this is actually the radio. There's the one I got. Like I said, it's not in the best shape. The dial glass is missing on both sides here. However, the tuner string does appear to work. You can see the dial pointer moving around there. And the band spread does the same thing. So those are still good. Knob is not the right knob, but the switch seems to work okay. Now these switches down on this end seem to be okay. They'll be needing cleaning, obviously. Now this one down here on this end, though, the screws are missing, so I've got to find some screws to get that back. And again, like the knobs, this is the original knob here. This is the on-off switch, volume control. So I've got another one lined up. It's $10 for it though, so I don't know if it depends on how well this turns out. The cabinet is a little darker than I thought it would be. I'm going to look into maybe some tinted clear. I don't know if that's even available, but I thought that might be the thing to try. Now there's something up here I was curious about, this hole, and it is a round hole. You can see it. Now this doesn't have a speaker in it. I've got to find a speaker for it. But that round hole, I'm a little curious on what that was, or what it is, or what it's used for, or whatever. But you can see it does have a little rust here on it. And it's kind of rough, but sandpaper will cure that, I'm sure. And let's turn around the back side and show you that real quick. Now there's only 3 rubber feet on this thing, and so it doesn't sit right level. And I'll go back out of here a little bit. So there's our inside. All the tubes seem to be in place. I was kind of worried about that with FedEx. I've heard some stories about them. These must be the speaker wires, obviously. And like I said, one of the first things I want to do to this is take it apart and get it electrically working good. And but that's for down the road. Just I told you just a minute ago, I'm not going to work on this right away. I want to get some of these other projects out of the way, and so I can put them somewhere that I can have room to work on this. And that's what we're going to do. And I'm hoping that goes well so I can get to this, because I do want to get to this. I was also talking about the kilowatt, and I think that's where it's going to go, where that is at right there, right above the dim bulb tester on the pegboard. And I already have the supplies lined out to get to facilitate that. It will have a cord like this coming down off of it to where it can be plugged in anywhere I want to plug it in. So that's the plan on that. And again, I have what I want to buy to do that, mine to do that, and then I'll get that today or tomorrow, something like that. That's that. I think that's it. I'll tell you a little bit about my car. Some of you guys know I was getting tires for it, or going to get tires for it, and I was also going to take it and get it flushed and filled with antifreeze, because it hasn't never been done since I've had it. And so on the way out to my daughter's house on Saturday evening to get the tires moved around, I noticed a light on my dash, and it just happened to be the low coolant light. And so yesterday, when I was going to go out there again, I had to go pick up Kylie, so I went out to put some water in it, and I noticed that one of the tires that my grandson had switched from the front to the back had went flat. So I got my little cigarette lighter plug-in pump compressor and got that pumped up, but I noticed when it was flat that the tire tread part of the tire had separated from the cords, and there was a gap in there, probably 3-inch long gap, that you could see. You could just look into it and see the cords. So that's a split in that tire, and obviously that wasn't the leak, because the tire did pump up. If that was a leak, then it never would have pumped up. But so that was the thing. When I went out there, I thought, well, I got to watch that tire, see if it goes flat. Now it stayed from Saturday night. He had put it on Saturday afternoon, and from that time till yesterday or Sunday morning, I went to CVS to get my medicine, and it was fine. So it had went down basically overnight, and so I don't know if it was the way it was sitting or what, but anyway, long story short, and I know it's too late for that, but on the way out there, everything was fine. I noticed the light didn't come on the dash anymore, because I'd put basically a 2-liter Pepsi bottle full of water in it, and I thought, well, that'll mix in with the whatever antifreeze is in there, and I said it'll be fine for now until I can get this, So last night it was about it was probably after midnight when we were coming home to because Kylie came back home with me, and I had to take her to school this morning. The car started fine. The tire was still up, and so I went down the roadways, and I noticed the temperature gauge was going up way above where it usually stays at. It's usually about halfway up, and I also noticed there was no heat coming out. So from past experience, that tells me that the water had froze up. And I thought it would mix with the antifreeze, but apparently it did not mix, at least not enough, and there was enough water in there. Now the temperature was around 35. That was, but with the addition of the air flowing, through the radiator as you're doing 20 or 30 miles an hour down the road, or even faster, it will freeze water up like that. I've had that happen before. And so I went ahead and immediately turned around and came back home before it overheated, or came back to their house, I should say. And I thought maybe I could leave it sit there in the driveway, and with it not moving, maybe it would start circulating. But eventually the temperature gauge went up pretty far. It got close to the hot mark, so I turned it off and told my son-in-law, I said, I'm not going to be able to drive this tonight. I said, it's not going to cooperate. So I borrowed their, he's got I think it's a 98, I'm pretty sure it's a 98 Mercury Sable wagon that he was using while he worked at Panera and for deliveries. And so we got in that and came home, and that's what I took her to school this morning. So I'll be keeping that until they get back from Chicago. And so at least I'll have something fairly reliable to drive, and until I can get my car home. And I'm not going to try to attempt that again until it's well above freezing. And so we'll have to wait and see on that. But anywho, that's what's going on with it. So that's it was quite an ordeal. It was well after 2 time I got to bed, after I watched a couple of videos to unwind. And like I said, it was one of those nights, so you have those every once in a while. It makes you glad you don't have to every day. But that's it. That's about all I got to say about that. So the tires are put on hold. I talked to my sister earlier before I made this video, and it seems that Mom does have Medicare, and we didn't think she did, because she didn't think she did. But Mom keeps a metal box full of important papers like most people do, And my sister got the opportunity to go through that, found her Social Security card and her Medicaid card in that. So she does have it, Part A, and that's all really she was wanting to get. So that part's been taken care of, and I talked, at length with my sister, and I think we've got a good plan of action for what's coming up. So that's taken care of. So anywho, that's gonna do me. Like I said, I want to get this uploaded if my phone will cooperate, and get this uploaded. And basically, I'm gonna probably relax until it's time to go get Kylie here in about, it's 12:02 right now. Probably about 2 hours and a half. I'll leave to go get her, and then we'll have some supper later on. And she's here for 2 weeks, so I may be a little bit less videos and for a while, but that's okay. I hope everybody understands what things are going on here, and if I don't, like I said, if I don't comment on your video or whatever, I may not even get to watch it. It's just things are a little bit shaky as far as things like that are concerned. So we'll everything is fine. No, I just want to let everybody know that's fine, and I will get my car back, and I will get the tires done eventually. It will be after Christmas probably, though, because that's really what I wanted to do, was wait till after Christmas and get that out of the way, and then that should be good. But had a good time at my daughter's house last night. It was an enjoyable evening. They let the kids open up a couple presents so that she would have that experience before she went up there, and they were happy with that. Kylie got a couple of Star Wars game, which she dearly loves, and some dishes for to take with her, I guess, to college and stuff like that. So that's going on, and like I said, the rest of the kids got things that they wanted, and of course Lainey got her a couple of little games for her, so it was a good time. Played cards, it was fun. Good meal, had chicken with bacon on it. It was really good, so that was a nice time. All right, that's it. I'm gonna get all here and stop yapping, because I do like to yap. You guys should know that. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.